Stream processing, batch processing follows, my brother, follows. Stream processing. Is stream processing always better than the batch processing? Let's find out. In batch processing, you process the data in small batches, and these small batches are only processed in a scheduled fashion. So, this scheduled fashion can be in a minute, hour, or day, monthly, anything. Whereas in stream processing, as you receive the data, this data from the source is processed to the destination in real time. So the processing always happen in real time. Whenever there is a new event that is triggered from the source, this data is lively processed to the destination. Let's take an analogy. Laundry is a best example for batch processing. Reason, all your dirty clothes needs to be accumulated as a batch. Only then you try to process it with the washing machine, right? You don't try to put the dirty clothes one by one whenever it is available. Rather, you accumulate it as a batch and then you put it inside the laundry so that the washing machine is being utilized in a optimal way. Similarly, kitchen is a good setup for stream processing. Let's say when there is an order from customer 1, he wants to order pizza. He doesn't have to wait for all the customers to order pizza. Rather, his request needs to be processed by the waiter and to the chef to the kitchen, and then the request should be processed on the real time. So, batch processing, the process happens for the data in chunk fashion, as we have seen. It happens in the chunk by chunk fashion, and it is a scheduled time. Whereas the stream processing, here the process happens for the data when it arrives. Majorly, it is real time. Here, in the batch processing, the data is collected over a period. As we have seen an example for the dirty clothes, we accumulate the dirty clothes over a period. Only then we have optimal period. We put it inside the load inside the washing machine. And here the process, we process all the data once at once, right? We don't process it as we have the data one by one whenever it is available. Rather, it is processed as a batch. Whereas in the stream, it is processed based on the event whenever there is from the source to the destination in the real time. It has high latency, the batch processing, whereas stream processing, obviously, it is low latency because it is quite fast. It is very much in the real time. Batch processing is cheaper in terms of infra cost, in terms of processing, because you are trying to utilize the processing system majorly when there is in a need or when there is a scheduled in a scheduled fashion. So here it is cheaper and it is simple to implement for a huge volume of data. Whereas the streaming, the overall streaming as a process, it is costlier. Reason being, you need to process each and every stream when and how it is available. As well, it is complex, the infrastructure would be a bit complicated. When to choose what? Let's find out. Batch processing is much more suited for historical data. Whenever you have a reporting, analytics, or even the payroll in HR system, which happens in a monthly scheduled fashion, batch processing is very ideal. Similarly for the machine learning as well. Streaming, on other hand, when you have real-time reactions that are needed, you always opt for streaming. For example, data arrives in a continuous fashion from an IoT sensor or from the web click events, the mouse click events or the keyboard events, or even in the mobile phone when you have a click or a tap event. Even for that, all this needs to be streamed lively, right? Even the same goes for monitoring, alerting, or notification. Streaming is very ideal. In terms of tools for batch processing, we have Apache Hadoop, we have Apache Spark, AWS Glue is a very right fit for the batch processing, where you can process, for example, with AWS Glue, it's like a compute engine. You try to process huge amount of volume of data with this compute engine as a glue. Streaming, on the other hand, we have Apache Kafka, we have In Apache Spark, we have Apache Streaming as well. For AWS, we have Amazon Kinesis that we can use for the live streaming. Apache Airflow, it's majorly like an orchestrator when you want to schedule your batch processing or you want to stream it. It is majorly as an orchestrator. Similarly, the Apache Flink, we can use it as for the batch processing as well as for the streaming. You can configure that for